Obesity is no longer considered a cosmetic issue that is caused by overeating and lack of self-control. The World Health Organization, along the national and international medical societies, now recognize obesity as a chronic and progressive disease resulting from multiple environmental and genetic factors. Obesity is emerging as a health epidemic around the world. Obesity is a chronic health problem that affects 1 in every 4 adults in UK and Gibraltar. Worryingly, the number of people affected by obesity in the UK is set to rise 1 in every 2 people by 2050. A person is classified as being obese if they have an unhealthy amount of body fat. For women, is more than 40%, and for men, more than 30%. However, this is difficult to measure, and we are usually using the body mass index as a reference. The disease of obesity is extremely costly, not only in terms of economics, but also in terms of individual and societal health, longevity, and psychological well-being. Due to its progressive nature, obesity requires lifelong treatment and control. Obesity stigma negatively influences the quality of healthcare that people living with obesity receive. Historically, obesity has not been managed well within the healthcare services, and many healthcare professionals feel not well equipped to deliver obesity care. We have tried as a human being to simplify such a complex problem, stigmatizing patients and blaming them for the lack of willpower to eat less. However, obesity actually is considered a multifactorial chronic disease with a strong genetic component and is socially transmittable. Acting upon a genetic background are a number of hormonal, metabolic, psychological, cultural, and behavioral factors that promote fat accumulation and weight gain. A positive energy balance causes weight gain and occurs when the amount of calories consumed, energy intake, exceeds the amount of calories the body uses. Energy expenditure in the performance of basic biological functions, daily activities, and exercise. A positive energy balance may be caused by overeating, by not getting enough physical activity. However, there are another conditions that affect energy balance and fat accumulation, how this can be like excessive eating or sedentary behavior. These are chronic sleep loss, consumption of foods that, independent of the calorie content, can cause metabolic and hormonal changes. This includes junk food with high sugar, high fructose, processed grains, fat and processed meats, low intake of fat-fighting food such as fruit, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, quality protein. To make the story short, is the McDonaldization of our diet instead the Mediterraneization of that. Stress and psychological distress are as well affecting our fat gain and many types of medication and pollutants. Weight gain is yet another contribution to weight gain. In other words, obesity brings more obesity, which is one of the reasons the disease is considered progressive. Weight gain causes a number of hormonal, metabolic, and molecular changes in the body that increase the risk of even greater fat accumulation. Such obesity-associated biological changes reduce the body's ability to oxidize, burn fat and energy, increase the conversion of glucose to fat, and increase the body's capacity to store fat in fat storage deposits. This means that more of the calories consumed will be stored as fat. To make matters worse, obesity affects certain regulators of appetite and hunger in a manner that can lead to an increase in a meal size and frequency of eating. Weight gain therefore changes the biology of the body in a manner that favors further weight gain and obesity. Excess of dysfunctional adiposity is associated with inflammation and increased risk of metabolic, mechanical, and mental health complications. Potential complications of obesity includes type 2 diabetes, hypertension, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, gastroesophageal reflux, incontinence, lymphedema, plantar fasciitis, and many others. And some cancers like colon, breast, and endometrial cancer are more prone to happen in obese patients. Obesity can reduce healthy life years and can reduce life expectancy by 6 to 14 years. People living with obesity have more than 50% increased risk of early death as compared to people with a normal body mass index. This substantial increase in health risk has made obesity the second leading cause of preventable death in developed countries. From therapeutic perspective, even modest weight loss can be beneficial, with 5% total weight loss confer health benefit of 15% of resolving of metabolic syndrome. This degree of weight loss should be possible with a combination of dietary, exercise, and behavioral modification. But unfortunately, only 3% of people are able to lose weight successfully and maintain this 5% of total weight loss beyond 2 years. Adhering blindly to this approach ignores that now we well accept the concept of weight homeostasis, with upregulation of physiological pathways leading to hunger and diminution of energy expenditure in response to weight loss. Return to starting weight becomes almost inevitable. Ignoring this biological reality perpetuates blame and obesity stigma, creating barriers to appropriate treatment and results in poor health outcomes. The emergence of effective pharmacotherapies provide greater options for treatment. Now the glucagon-like peptide receptor agonists like liraglutide, 10 to 12% of total body weight loss, and in particular the new semaglutide, 15% of body weight loss, have been major advances. Bariatric surgery, however, remains the most durable and effective treatment for obesity, achieving in most of patients 20 to 30% of total body weight loss for up to 20 years after surgery and improving their comorbidities and the quality of life. Randomized trials have demonstrated bariatric surgeries to be superior in the treatment and control of type 2 diabetes, compared with medical management, and improvements in sleep apnea, metabolic syndrome, polycystic ovarian syndrome, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, arthritic disease have been extensively as well documented. Most interestingly, much core studies have demonstrated clear reduction in all-cause mortality for patients with obesity undergoing bariatric surgery, with particular reduction in cardiovascular and cancer death compared with the non-operated cohorts. These benefits translate to a substantial healthcare cost savings, the magnitude of which is equivalent to smoking cessation.